Hi, Michael Glennon from Glennon Capital. Today I'm going to talk to you about the importance of management. So we spend a lot of time deconstructing companies' financial statements, both the profit and loss and the balance sheet and the cash flow statement, to try and work out where cash flows are going in the business and get an idea of the valuation of the business and also the drivers of the business. So when there's a small change in revenue or margins and things, what impact that will have on the total valuation that we have for the business. But aside of those, one thing we spend a lot of time doing is talking with management. So we go and we meet with a lot of companies every year, and what we try and gauge is the quality of the management. And what I mean by that, it's a very subjective thing. We have to make an assessment from all of the years of experience that we've got looking at businesses about how competent the management team is, both the CFO and the managing director or the board of directors of the company, how competent they are at delivering strategic goals for the business. So a good example is the board has to set an overall direction for the company, a strategic direction for the business, and making sure that they position the business into markets and areas that are going to deliver future growth that are not cyclical, or really spending the company's capital expenditure expanding into areas where the company will be able to smooth their earnings or provide future growth. So, for example, a company that has cyclical earnings, it might be appropriate for them to make an acquisition into another area that has counter-cyclical income, or into a related industry that will provide some type of smoothing of the earnings so that the company has a long-term stable earnings profile. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of businesses that will do very well through some cycles of the economy, and then during other periods they'll be really sitting in the doldrums. And we're seeing that now with there's some very good quality management teams coming out in the mining services sector. Those companies are using surplus cash on their balance sheets to make acquisitions outside of mining services. So we're seeing some providers move into infrastructure projects and be very successful there. And we're seeing others move into related sort of industries where they can use the IP and knowledge that they've got in their business from mining services, which is declining, and move that into other areas. So the quality of management is very important. It's something that we spend a lot of time thinking about, talking with the management, assessing what they're going to do. Sometimes we're not sure about the quality of the management team, and we might spend 6 to 12 months talking to that management and seeing how they deliver on the goals that they said they'd achieve on. Quite often it's taken us a while to get comfortable with management, but once we get that comfort with management, it allows us to make very long-term investments. So some of the businesses that we have in the portfolio, which have been there for many years, we're very, very comfortable with management's ability to deliver, and quite often those management have big skin in the game. So not only are they non-professional type managers, they've got skin in the game and they're very, very closely aligned with the business, as opposed to being a professional manager who has no skin in the game. The only shares that they have in the business are shares that they've been giving through executive share purchase plans. So that's a very different type of manager to a manager that's really an owner of the business. So finding quality management, a very key subjective thing that we do, something that we spend a lot of time talking about, and really trying to assess as a key area that we look at when we're making our investments. So that's how important management is to us. It's one of the key things we look at when we're assessing the value of a business and the long-term prospects of the business. Thanks for watching. I'm Michael Glennon, and if you want to see more, you can look at our YouTube channel or our Facebook page or our website.